Hello, I'm Brother Poole. I'm excited to have this opportunity to work with you this semester and to be with you as we journey through the world of web business. Now, I found it was more enjoyable to take a class when I knew a little bit about the instructor, so I wanted to share a little bit about me today. However, I hope in return that you will participate in the icebreaker activity so I can learn more about you. In 1992, I started my college career at Ricks College. In 1993, I took a job in Hawaii as a counselor at a boys' work camp. I returned to Ricks College again the fall of 1995. However, in the spring of 1996, I was in a subcompact car, broke down on the side of the interstate, when a full-size tour bus drove off the road and hit me at full highway speed as I sat in the car. Now, the Lord blessed me, and Heavenly Father really blessed me so that I did survive where I very easily could have been killed. However, I did suffer a traumatic brain injury, which the result was that I lost the ability to learn at the level that I had been learning. Therefore, I ended up having to take a medical withdrawal from Ricks College at that time, and I spent the next 4 years learning how to learn again. Now, I did this while I did this, I was a truck driver, drove long haul, which means I drove all 48 states and Canada. And during that time, I purchased a laptop computer and a book of about 800 pages on how to program in HTML. And HTML, as many of you will know, is the language used to create websites. So I basically taught myself how to learn again by learning how to create websites. Now, I did that for about 4 years, and finally in 2001, I was able to return back to Ricks College and graduated that next year in the first class from BYU-Idaho. And so I was finally, after 10 years from when I started, able to finish my associate's degree. Well, in 2002, I then continued on to Weber State University. And I did graduate from Weber State University with a bachelor's in computer engineering technology. And then one of the greatest things happened to me while I was there. I went on a blind date. Now, blind dates were not the greatest thing, but on that blind date, I met my wife. I love my wife. I love my family very much. And I did have that wonderful blessing back in 2002. And as me and my wife have been together now since then, we now have 3 wonderful children. We have our oldest, Trent, and then Caitlin and Jacob. Trent is 10, Caitlin will be 8 this year, and Jacob will be 6. Now, one of the blessings we have is that Trent and Caitlin, my 2 oldest, are autistic. Now, this has given me a wonderful opportunity to learn the grace of our Heavenly Father and the blessings that He will provide us as we ask Him. It's also given me a great opportunity to learn more about children with special needs and their families. Now, after graduating from Weber State University, I then did also continue on to Keller Graduate School of Management, where I earned a master's of business administration with an emphasis in e-commerce. I started working in web business in 2002. And have worked in it now for well over a decade. Now, I love animals, and we also have a cat and a dog, and I love to have fun. I often say that if I'm not having fun, I'm doing something wrong. So in the Book of Mormon, in 2 Nephi, chapter 2, verse 25, it reads, Adam fell that men might be, and men are that they might have joy. Now, if you look at the footnote on the word joy, you will see that joy is man's potential to become like Heavenly Father. I believe that in being happy, we can learn to become more like Heavenly Father and become more godlike and Christ-like. Now, this class is going to be fun, but it's going to have a lot of challenging times as well. Now, remember, when you're struggling, please remember that Heavenly Father wants you to be successful. He will help you, so please remember to pray and ask for His help. Now, whether you're struggling with something in this class or whether you get hit by a bus, it doesn't matter. Heavenly Father wants you to be successful and will help you. Now, it may take a while to get over the obstacle. It may not be something that happens quickly, but He will bless you. Now, in closing, I want to mention one thing that you may have noticed throughout this video. And as you come to my office hours, you'll probably notice that sometimes I will not remember the best or correct word to use at the time. This is usually because of the brain injury that I suffered. This is the downside to it. I still have that residual issue. However, it hasn't stopped me and it won't stop me. I just ask for a little patience from each of you because sometimes I won't be able to think of the exact word that I'm looking for, but with a little bit of time, it usually comes to me. I really appreciate your patience with this. Now, I am looking forward to this semester. This is going to be a great and exciting semester together, and I can't wait for it to get started. Thank you for your time and for taking just a moment out of your day to watch this video. I really appreciate it. Thank you.